Welcome to the home of the Florida State Seminoles, Doak Campbell Stadium in Tallahassee. As we'll see, a squad from the American, the Rice Owls, taking on a team from the ACC, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And the Noles will put total leather to crank us up. Out of the end zone. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So Rice's offense will take the first swing of the game. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone, and you know he's excited to take on this defense tonight.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming into this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
Has plenty for the first down, and they stop him at the 28.
Well, the defense did a pretty good job that time on the option play of having someone dedicating themselves to the quarterback to get him down. Not enough to stop the offense from picking up the first down, though. The defense really needs to be keyed in on this because they're going to see this option play more and more as this game goes on.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. And the Owls with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. On the option. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
This offense is perfectly fine with a little game because they're going to make you tackle this all game long. They're going to make you think all game long. So they'll keep running it ad nauseum and just wait for that one opportunity when you don't do your assignment.
They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. Rice will be forced to send out the punt unit. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. The Seminoles offense will try to get something going with their first possession. And Jesse, they've got a quarterback that if he can get into a rhythm can certainly make plays for his team.
Here's the thing about him, too. He's not the most consistent guy. He's not the most talented quarterback in the country. But when he's hot, he's really, really tough to stop, David. It's important they get this guy going early.
Yeah, and it's not just him. Like, the offense has to, around him, play well. They've got to protect him. Receivers have to make plays. The running game would be good to get going. So it's got to be a team effort because then he can really be at his best.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. To throw, it's Castellanos. Quickly complete. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. It's almost incomprehensible to think the Noles failed to break 17 points 10 times a season ago. That's a year after being prolific, Jesse. So what are the keys to regaining some form?
Now, Reese, I think it's the quarterback position. I think this team was spoiled in a lot of ways when they had Jordan Travis. And they obviously had so much NFL talent surrounding him. But they had a leader. They had a guy that everybody could look at when times got tough and believe in. Someone has got to be able to establish themselves at the quarterback position for this team to get back to its winning ways.
Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down.
And it's so hard to be on the run and make an accurate throw. It's just very tough. Very few people can do it. Again, we see the freaks and we see the highlights all the time, but that's a tough thing to do. He made it look pretty easy.
They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
Well, the defense was ready for that. Offense trying to toss it to get to the perimeter of the football field, but there were just too many defenders. The running back was able to make the first guy miss, couldn't make the second one, though, and it's a loss of yards.
Hit a little speed bump on this drive. It's 2nd and 12. Looking to fire. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited.
Well, on the opening drive of the game, establishing a rhythm and a cadence offensively is really, really important. They've done some good things on this first drive to put them in this situation. Obviously, you just threw an incompletion on 2nd down. And likely going to throw it again here right now. Quarterback has just got to settle in. Timing is important. Get rid of the ball on time. Trust your read and execute this passing play if you're throwing it.
Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. Splits the uprights right down the middle. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
And they don't get 7 on that opening drive, but they get 3. And this place is rocking. Night games are always so loud, so obnoxious, and these fans, they get something to cheer about with that first offensive possession.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Rice has the ball back, and they're ready to send the offense back to the field. They're going to need to get something started, finding themselves in a 3-0 hole. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Leaves it with the back. Oh, out of space. Gets it across the 30 to the 31, a pickup of 5.
Really nice first down run, and you're seeing why this running back is an every down type. He can run between the tackles, he can run outside, he can catch the football, he can block. This guy can do it all.
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Well, the offense is trying to go with a trick play, and they're dialing up the reverse, but the defense had great eye discipline. They tracked the football from the running back to the receiver, and they were able to rally to him and make a big tackle for a loss.
From the shotgun, the inside give. He's brought down at the 33 as the defense keeps him away from that first down marker. 4th down coming up. Rice will be forced to send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Secures it at the 30. Coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. So they've put up some early points, and now to build on this 3-0 lead. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
Now facing a 3rd and long. To the air, it's Castellanos. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. Keeps it and gets past the chains. A huge play there, and they finally get him out of bounds at the 37.
On the 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down, it's the scrambling ability of this quarterback that goes and picks up the first down. He was so calm back there. He never got flustered. Nobody open, no problem. If you give this guy 1 yard to run, he's going to tuck it and take off, and that's exactly what happened there.
The Seminoles in a good spot here with 2nd and short. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Really nice job by the defense shutting down all the options. Don't let him get into his reading phase. Go get him right now, play sound, and more importantly, tackle him and get him over.
Runs through a tackle. Just across the 20 with a first down at the 19. The Noles are marching down the field. trying to cap this drive with the pass. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
We know about this running back's versatility, and he's made some plays in this game so far catching the ball. That time, though, he had no shot. Defender bearing down on him. They're able to get the hit and make sure it falls incomplete.
He's stopped at the 5, but the completion sets him up for the first and goal.
Man, this defense, they have got to get better in coverage if they want to get off the field anytime soon. You keep defending like that, this offense might hang 50 on you by the end of the game.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Defense came into this one prepared for these quick receiver screen passes. Nice job beating blocks at the point of attack and rallying to the football.
Grab behind the line. It's White. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, no!
My man, get him the ball. He will do the rest. Catches the football, walks into the end zone. Feed that man the rock.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, it's gone final in a huge top 25 showdown. Here's how it went down. Oklahoma was able to ride away on that Sooner schooner with the win, but not necessarily without a few bumps along the way. Man, nothing in college football is easy. A top 25 clash and an impressive showing that could be a huge confidence builder for this program. Back to you.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Running back searching for a hole. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFA.
Now the play fake. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third.
Looks to me on that deep ball like he was forcing it a little bit. You got to be careful as a quarterback. You're not trying to outduel the other guy who just threw a touchdown pass. You're just trying to win the game. So just execute the plays. The ball goes to who it's designed to go to. If that means you got to turn around and hand it off, then that's what you got to do. But I think on that last deep ball,
he tosses one high and deep down the left side. And it's an incomplete pass on the deep shot, but the flag is down. Let's check the call. Defender got caught, little handsy with that jersey, and it'll cost him. 3 yards, first down for the offense after that penalty. Rides to back and leaves it. Fights off the defender. He gets nothing, and they're staying stubborn with this running game, but at some point you're going to have to change your thought process. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Off play action. Was too much. They get him at the 15. That's the end of the quarter, and Florida State has the lead. They came out and jumped on them early in the first. Let's take a break and look at the first quarter stats. Big turning point as we head into the second and get this game rolling again. Think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. He's looking downfield to throw. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
Pretty nice as a defense, right? When you can go nickel, put 5 DBs on the field and not have to blitz anyone, trusting your front four to get the job done on third down, and they do it right there, getting the sack.
Rice will be forced to send out the punt unit. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Makes the catch around the 50. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Palmer, I got to take away something. I can't let them have everything and have success. I got to be aggressive against the run or play for the pass. I can't give them everything.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
Under fire. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
And they'll pat the kicker on the tail and tell him to go give it a shot. And it's good from 58 yards out.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Rice takes over the Owls, ready to get that offense cooking again. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They shut him down immediately. They tried to pop the fullback loose, and no running room there.
And I think that time the quarterback made the wrong read. He was trying to pitch it. He didn't have to, though. There was a lot of green grass and space out in front of him. If he just holds on to that football, he might not score a touchdown. He's definitely going to be able to at least get positive yards. I think that's a play on the option the quarterback would like to have back.
They're bringing the chop. They're bringing the noise on third down at the dope. Here comes the heat. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want, because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, Reese, no doubt, but this offense would like him and prefer for him to kick an extra point on this drive. And to do that, David, they've got to have more rhythm on offense.
Yeah, create some more rhythm, create some more explosive plays, and maybe some more balance. And listen, it's nice to have that weapon and kick long field goals. You kick too many field goals, you don't get very many W's.
To the air, it's Castellanos. Quickly complete. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
One of the most difficult things about this slot receiver is his shiftiness and his athleticism. He's very, very difficult to tackle after the catch.
Wants to throw on first down. Got it behind the line. It's Williams. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. And the Seminoles with a second and short to keep this drive moving. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
You want to end a play quickly, get in the backfield that fast, get to the guy, and get him on the ground. Nice job penetrating right from the snap, getting off the ball so quick, penetrating in the backfield, making something happen.
The Seminoles are on the move. Wants to go up top on first down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
They they make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. The Seminoles come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. Quick completion on the out. They get him down, but this offense is set up first and goal from the 9.
And I like it. Third down and short, and this offense stays aggressive, and now they're set up. Forget the field goal. We're not looking for 3 now. Now set up in a first and goal, trying to get a touchdown.
They'll run it on first and goal. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. He'll pull it on the read. He pushes his way down to the floor as they get closer and closer.
They go with the option. Quarterback keeps it himself. And look, we've seen this guy on tape, guys, break these tackles and take it the distance. This offense should keep dialing up these option plays. Don't let that short gain by the QB prevent you from running this scheme in your playbook.
Looking for the touchdown on third and goal.
The bounce back for this offense. We lost a week ago. Let's put that in the rearview mirror. That game's gone. Let's improve. Let's get better. So far in this first half, they've done just that.
And the extra point is good, and the lead moves to 20. They covered half the field with a 50-yard touchdown drive. And they finished it off with the score from the 4. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Rice has the ball back, and they're ready to send the offense back to the field. They've got nothing done so far, and they already find themselves in a 3-possession hole, Jesse.
Yeah, and as a head coach, you're wondering, what didn't I say? What didn't I do to get my team ready to go? Because we look like we're sleepwalking at this point, Dave.
Yeah, nothing went well in the first quarter. You just say refresh. Like, let's try to find a way now. Chip into this lead. Try to make it somewhat manageable when you get to the half.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Motion from the wide receiver. Give to the back. Not a lot of daylight. He gets one to the 32.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays. But sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well. But if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
Rice will be forced to send out the punt unit. That leg is staying loose. Already the 5th kick of the night. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Throws to the tight end. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver, he's going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
Moves around to clear up the vision. Lost the defense. He's wide open. They finally get to him. But what a play there to pick up the first down.
I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Back to throw. It's Castellanos. Pulls it in. It's Holmes. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
This offense is clicking. Everything working together really well. Coordinator, quarterback, offensive line. Good rhythm, good flow. Defense is going to have to find something to kind of mess up this timing they got going on.
So it's important in this game this offense gets the running back involved out on the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football.
Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Florida State. They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone.
Man, the defense really needed to stop there. They needed to create some momentum, get the ball back to the offense before the half. But the offense does their job, and they continue to pile on, continue to create momentum. There's going to have to be some questions answered at half with this squad because it's been a struggle in the first half.
27, Rice, 0.
And he's going to bring it out. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man.
And the Rice offense will take over.
Rice takes over the Owls, ready to get that offense cooking again. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Quickly out to the tight end. He'll be dragged down right at the 19-yard line. It'll bring up 4th down. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. Rice will be forced to send out the punt unit. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. And the returner will be dragged down. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. In modern college football, Jesse, if there's time, there's an opportunity to attack.
And I like them being aggressive here too, guys. Look, they practiced this all week long. Now you're in that situation.
He wants to go deep. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
This is going to be a tough situation for the offense here. Late in the first half, they're trying to find a way to generate some points before going into the locker room, but the defense is ready.
He'll take the deep shot. Hits him inside the 20, still going. Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Noles!
And we are officially in blowout mode. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen so many explosive plays, and they score again before going in at halftime, guys. I'm hoping we can have a running clock here in the second half.
And the extra point splits the uprights. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Looking for blockers. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Run it with the fullback. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
All right, guys, looks like we've got a great one in Tallahassee going on. And how do we possibly begin without singing the praises of this receiver? His ability to find gaps, run textbook routes, and then show that breakaway speed. He simply is the total package. How this secondary responds, whether they try to double team him or get aggressive at the line, that'll be the story of this second half. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Doak Campbell Stadium.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. Rice ready to kick off and get things started here in the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. Not sure they had to make many adjustments at halftime as they try to build on this lead here in the third. Throws to the wideout. That pass is incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
And that can be frustrating to watch running backs not make plays like a receiver, but they're not a receiver. And a lot of times when they have the guys around them, the focus that receivers have it doesn't exist in them. And you can tell just dropped the football, lost a little bit of focus, but I think those footsteps were close enough where he heard it.
And the Seminoles will bring the punt team onto the field. The punters have had the day off up to this point. First one of the game. Makes the signal, secures the fair catch, and they'll put it in play at the 37. This drive will get started from the 37-yard line. Wide receiver comes in motion. The give to the back. Defense is there to greet him again, and they are ready, and he has found nowhere to run tonight. Lost 5 on that first play, and now it's 2nd and 15. Back to the ground with the running back. He stopped again, and he's had a busy night, if not necessarily a productive one so far. The Owls need a massive chunk play to move the sticks here on third down. From the gun, running back on the move. Can't get him to the ground. They stop him after a short game, probably just wanted to mitigate the losses with fourth down coming. Rice will be forced to send out the punt unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Fires to the big fella. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw, it's Castellanos. Picked it off, and this defense really needed something to go right. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And they'll take over.
And this safety is a ball hawk. He's a playmaker. Not only have we seen him get involved in the running game and make tackles playing downfield, but he plays the center field position as well as anybody in college football, and you saw it right there.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Wide open downfield. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
They'll try to get it in with the run. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
It's been that kind of day for this offense, right? It seems like anything they're dialing up just simply isn't working. But at this point, David, I don't know if it's even worth trying to run the ball.
Probably not. You're getting destroyed right now. Nothing has gone your way, and when you're down this much, I think the running game is used sporadically, not as a staple. Let's throw this football around and see what can happen.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
They'll run it here on 3rd and goal. Beck's going for the goal line, and he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Rice.
And I love the physicality of this offense. It's 3rd and goal. It's money time. I've got to be more physical than you. And that's exactly what this offense just did. Put the ball on the ground and put it in the end zone.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. They'll go back to work with a sizable margin still up there on the scoreboard. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
And, you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like you do here for my running back, make the game easy.
And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves him with 2nd and short.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. Just wonder maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
And the Knowles come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. He just needed a yard on 3rd down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
I got to know my situation. I got to know I can't mess around as a running back. I got to get through the hole, make the first down. No matter what, if I got to run somebody over, I'm running straight downhill, straight for those sticks, making sure I get that first down.
Hey, get him on the ground. Didn't see anything downfield, but made a little something out of it. Offense gets set for 2nd down. Looking to throw, it's Castellanos. He's going to let it go. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up.
That's just a better job by the defender. He knew he was going to get challenged in this game. He knew these receivers had speed and they were going to test him. Nice job by that DB knocking it away.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. And this kicker has had a busy night. The field goal unit is out there for the 3rd time. It is true as he puts 3 on the board. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the mean kind.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on 4th down so much easier. Just trot him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Rice has the ball back, and they're ready to send the offense back to the field. They've fallen into a hole here, and they need to start fighting back right now on this drive. From the gun, give on the inside. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 with the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Oh, it's a reverse. Wide open spaces. It's a seam wide open. The 20. Touchdown, Owls. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
And he finds the end zone again. I tell you what, man, this guy's going to be a force. You look at this offense, they find different ways to get him the football, different ways to use him. 3 times now he's entered the end zone, and not even 2 full games yet. This dude's a playmaker.
37, Rice, 14.
And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. 1st and 10. Motion from the wideout. Looking to throw, it's Castellanos. Makes the grab on the left. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Yeah, nice job by the defense. That's what you're supposed to do. As soon as they catch the football, you want to limit that yards after the catch, and he went nowhere after the catch. Nice job by the D.
A strike downfield. And he goes down right there, but a solid pickup, and it'll be a first down. The Seminoles come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Lets it go. Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion. So now it's 2nd and long. Gonna look downfield again. time it's complete. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
I really like this slot receiver because of his shiftiness, and you see that on his route running. Really, really nice job creating separation for his QB.
They'll try to bully their way for the first. He'll come through on third downs. He's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23. The Knowles kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Right back to the well. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks for the first down. Offense walks through the line for play number 7 of the drive. To the air on first down. Moving out of the pocket. And you'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Seminoles.
After starting the season 0-1, they knew they needed more from their offense in this game. Just had to find ways to make more explosive plays, and that's what they've been able to do. They've executed at a tremendous level. I really like the quarterback play and the leadership that he's showing, and because of that, they look like they're going to get back to 500. Let's see where this team can go.
Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Rice takes over the Owls, ready to get that offense cooking again. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled and you realize what's going on, now I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable in this last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go back to what was working earlier in this game.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Here comes the option. Tried to fight his way forward, but he didn't even make it back to the line of scrimmage.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the third quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
Rice will be forced to send out the punt unit. They'll look to pin him deep.
Return runs out of bounds.
Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 31-yard line. Back to throw, it's Castellanos. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. And it's incomplete. Good play downfield by the DB.
Well, on that last deep shot, it looked to me like the quarterback probably forced that ball into coverage. But can you really blame him, guys? I mean, these two have already hooked up for 2 touchdowns in the game. If I'm him, I'm thinking...
Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it up to 45. We've come to the end of the period, and Florida State has the lead. And it hasn't been much of a contest as we take a look at the overwhelming game stats through 3. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. They go back to work with a first down in the final period of this one. From the gun, the running back has it. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware. You've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
And how about it? It's not just the arm. We've seen that today where he's picked them apart, put up some yardage, put on some touchdowns. Also showing you he can do it with his puppies. Taking off, running, getting the first down. Nice scramble. He's shown you a little bit of everything today.
There's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
Just a short pass to the tight end. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. And the Seminoles come to the line with a new set of downs. Stop behind the line, he'll lose a yard.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Lost yardage on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. They'll run play action. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
A shot toward the end zone. Oh, it's picked off. Got some room to run. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. The give to the back. Getting that push, a pickup of 4 out to the 26. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. On the move, it's Alexander. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. They'll give it to the back. Creates a little room. And boy, is he close to that first down. Maybe just a couple of inches short. Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Gets it out quickly. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Gives it on the option. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Yeah, and this offense, man, it's been a struggle bus. And they haven't clicked yet. They haven't found what they're really, really good at. And I'll tell you this, it's later in the 4th quarter, later in the game, obviously. They need to start airing this thing out. We got to get back in this football game because I don't know if y'all realize this, but we're down by a lot.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
Looking for a man. It's Jenkins. Bringing the heat. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Bounced right back to them.
Good awareness by the offense. You never want to see the ball on the ground, but a nice job understanding just kind of jump on it, make sure you keep possession.
Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And it's incomplete. The long pass on 4th down is to no avail.
Tell you what, it gets late in the football game, man. I got to start being aggressive. When I'm in a hole and the clock's running out, like it's going to make me have to throw the football, be more aggressive. And this offense doesn't come through for their team. And now they're going to really need their defense to get some stops here in this football game in the 4th quarter.
And it seems to be a lot easier for the quarterback to find this guy than it is for the defense.
Yeah, and I think this is a guy, Reese, that you can split him out. You can feel comfortable getting the football as many ways as possible because he is one of those matchup problems. Linebackers aren't going to be able to run with him, so try to find ways to maximize that little guy's speed and athletic ability.
He's brought down just running hard in the red zone, and he'll be just a few inches short. The Seminoles come to the line needing just inches for the first down. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone.
And this offense does it again on third down. They have been so elite on third down all game long. That's the money down. All the coaches talk about it every single time we meet with them. They've been brilliant at it. They've built the lead, and they've got a good chance to finish this one out if they keep that up.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run, not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Trying to slam in. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
Well, obviously this team didn't get the start they wanted to on the year. Coming into this one 0-1, but a great job there getting that drive, putting 6 up on the board. They've got a comfortable lead. They wanted to turn the page and start to build momentum. This is a massive win for this program.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, back to your game in a moment, but first we have to show you how the script is being written here. Georgia Tech has been almost unstoppable today offensively. Between the game plan and the play calling and the execution, it's been near perfection. They're up by 29 over the Groupers. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. And the Owls with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. Here's the handoff. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. The Owls come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. Powers through the defender. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. They bring the punter onto the field now. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. And now one of the most satisfying moments in football, just watching that clock drain away while you have control of the ball, Jesse.
And this is definitely one of the best play callers, right, for an offensive coordinator. Getting ready to go into victory formation. So many good things happened today. It seemed like everything he was dialing today, David, ended up working out.
No doubt. They put a lot of highlights together, put a great offensive game together, complete football game. They get the win. On to next week.
Pulls and fires it complete to the right. They'll make the stop, but that first down on to ice it. They should be able to kneel this one out. Leaves it with the running back. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. The Seminoles with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. He'll do it himself. They make the stop, and the clock strikes 0, and that will do it for this one. This is what an elite team does. They know they're better. They go out, they take the figurative sledgehammer and hit them right between the eyes.
And they just look good in every phase of the game. If I'm on the coaching staff, I don't know what you could ask for your guys to do better. I think the challenge now for this team is going out next week and trying to play with the same type of intensity and the same level of execution.
Well, Jesse, it's easy to look good on the field when you look that good in your uni. Like when you look that good coming off the bus. Those dudes are good. This is a great team, and they proved it. Just domination from start to finish.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports.